So I just received this recurve bow set from Tathlum. They are a new bow company and they've sent this over to me to review it, and I'm going to give you guys a completely honest, unbiased review of their products. Again, thank you Tathlum for sending this over. I'm excited to try it out and see how well it performs. Now just before I open this, I've put their socials in the description, and if I'm not mistaken, Tathlum just sponsored World Archery at a bronze level, which is cool. Yeah, let's open this up. First thing I see is a sight. I'm going to take everything out of the box, lay it all out, and then we'll have a look at everything. Got a chest guard, alright, got an arm guard, yeah, bow clicker, got limbs. Looks like this is a V-bar, that's a cushion plunger. So this must be the box for the riser. So their brand is Tathlum and Perfogen, but I spoke to them and they're going to get rid of this part, so they're just Tathlum. Yeah, and so I got, that's one side rod, it's the other side rod. Yeah, this is an extender. This is the long rod. This is a arrow rest. I like how they've given some spare arms as well. It looks like, oh, I don't know if they're spares or just different. No, they're just different sizes. But they're giving you some different arm options in there, which is cool. And a string. So I'm just on my phone now, and Tathlum has like a rewards program. Can you guys see that? Yeah. I'll put it on the full screen. So basically, if you win national championships, state tournaments, with their bows, you get some prize money. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so I've laid everything out on the table. Quite a few stuff here. Full complete kit to shoot with. Most excited thing I want to open up is the riser. It's always my favorite part. So we're going to do that first. Okay, so initial thoughts. Very nice, very high quality sleeve. This looks quite nice. It reminds me of the Win and Win limb sleeves. Some Allen keys and screws and stuff. Probably need those. And they've given me a manual as well. Okay, so let's open this up. So I chose purple. Very nice. So this is the purple riser. They have many other colors as well. I'll put them on the screen. But this is actually really nice. The finish is quite nice. Anyway, overall feel of the riser, it does feel high quality in my hands. Like it's got a nice weight to it. I don't know how much it weighs. I'm looking around now to find like little defects or anything with the paint. I can't quite see anything.
Okay, so the only thing I can see is with the hole, can you see that on the edge there? Like over here there's more of a gap. Whereas if you go on the sides here, there isn't as much of a gap. So yeah, you can kind of see that. It's not as prevalent for the bottom one. This is the bottom one now. But you can see it. There's like a little bit of a gap there. And over here, if you look at this bolt, I don't know, it looks to me, the gap looks smaller on this side than it is on this side. Yeah, so if you see that there, see how it's like slightly rounded, and then if you go on this side, it's not. Like you can see it, right? Like in that right corner.
Sorry the lighting's changed, but I had to get the retail price for this, and the sun came out. So this is actually a very inexpensive riser. It would retail for 200 USD. Okay, that's the riser. I'm actually excited to shoot this. Despite those little problems I found, I think it's going to perform just fine. Like I don't think there's going to be any major issues with it performance-wise. So the next thing I'm going to unbox is the limbs. So let's take them out. So first of all, the sleeves, if you guys can see it. Yeah, these do look like Yeah, very similar to the Win sleeves, from what I can see, if not the same. So very premium feel for the limbs. Now, I'll get the retail price in a moment. They are a very clean looking limb. Very clean. Like, wow, that actually looks pretty cool. But this looks really nice. It's got like a nice carbon fiber feel. Yeah, it looks really cool. 44 pounds. Yeah, 44 pound limbs. Okay, so this is a 3K high modulus carbon / foam core recurve bow limbs. So they're a foam core limb, not wood. Alright, let's open the bottom one. I cover my eye when I do this. Oh, there you go. And they do come with these nice little things that protect the limb. It's got a nice, it's a matte finish, but it's not. It doesn't seem like it's not like a really scratchy matte finish. Like it seems like it will be relatively scratch proof. The grooves, so we're gonna look at the grooves now, at the back here. So that's the back of the groove. Slightly uneven, slightly. You can see that. Yeah, the groove on the back is slightly uneven. But look, honestly, you're gonna... Let me see how much these retail for. 360 USD. Yeah. So 360 USD. So I don't know what that is. It's like probably 500 AUD. Alright, let's check the upper limb. Yeah, it's slightly offset. That's a little concerning. Alright, let's go check this. My eyes out of the way. So I don't know if you guys can see that. Like even the groove. Yeah. Yeah, it's the front of it. Okay. That's the bottom limb. Alright, the tillabot to tie. I'm gonna click these limbs in and see what we're working with. This is upper. Yeah, that clicked in pretty easy. Let's see how well the fitment is. So I'm just putting it on to see how well the fitment is. It stays pretty snug, like it does stay pretty snug like this, so it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Alright, I'm just gonna check the bottom one. Oh wow, that one was a lot harder to put in. That was a lot harder. I've put it in backwards. Well, the fitment is very firm, that's for sure. That's not gonna come out. Let's put it in the normal way. That was really hard to put in. Look, that's a little bit of a problem. How the top one was a lot easier to put in than the bottom one. This one, or? Yeah, the fitment was quite tight on this one. Look, it's not going to come out, but that's a little concerning. Alright, I'm gonna test this outside later. We'll test this outside. Alright, the next thing is the extender. Let's take the extender out. This is the extender. Look, I had a look at this just now. Nothing, it looks clean, black, very simple design. Can't go wrong, to be honest. It looks very nice. I'm gonna put that on now. Goes in nice. Okay, so the next thing is the V-bar. Yeah, I'm gonna screw this on. Okay, the next thing is going to be the side rods. Can I just say, I don't know if you guys can see that, but those weights look bloody awesome. They look awesome. They're like, I might get some more of these. Comes with a dampener, which is pretty cool.
It's got a nice carbon fiber finish. Very clean, like a matte finish as well. That's really nice. This is cool. I really, I love these weights. These weights, I don't know if you can see it now, but I'm going to get more of these. These are awesome. These look so pretty.
Okay, so I'm going to put that on. Each sidebar seems to come with the extra thread, so you can put more weights on if you want as well. This is the sight. Comes in a nice hard case. Okay, it looks alright. It looks alright. Let's take it out. Personally, I think the case is too big. Only because to put in a bow case, it will take up way too much space. Way too much space. Alright, it's got micro adjustments. Carbon fiber as well. So that's pretty cool. Look, it feels good. Feels good. And this would retail for. So this would be 200 USD. So that's not too bad. 200 USD. Oh, that's very hard. But most of them do when you get them. They are hard, and as long as there's an adjustment, yep, there is adjustments on the side. So I'll probably adjust those, then it should be fine. So I'm gonna adjust those now. See how that goes.
Let's have a look. This is the bag that it comes with as well. So it's got some Allen keys and stuff in there as well, which is good.
So already that was pretty easy to adjust, and it's very easy to move. Very easy now. So I am so glad they put this knob at the front here. This is great for moving left and right without having to do the micro adjustments, because so many times people get stuck using this only, and they get to one side and they just stay there. They don't know what to do because they have to get an Allen key to unlock it. And yeah, it's great that that's there, and that feels like it's solid. That really feels solid. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on the bow now. I'm gonna put this on the bow.
Okay, so this is the clicker. Okay, so that's tightened. Next is the plunger. So next is the plunger. It starts off a bit stiff, and then you have to apply a bit and then it goes. Last thing is the arrow rest. It's got all these arms as well, so you get 2 stickers, which is good. I'll put this on. This is the string, so I've got to show you the packet. Yeah. I always set my brace height to 9. Would you look at that? It's practically spot on. It's like slightly less, but honestly it's good enough. It's good enough. My thoughts so far, look, altogether it feels and looks like a high quality bow. Altogether, all set up. I'm gonna shoot it now, but I would shoot this in competition depending on how it grips.
Alright, so a couple more stuff to unbox. This is the arm guard. It's got that carbon fiber look. It's plastic, but it's got a carbon fiber pattern on it. It does stay firm against the body. It doesn't stick out, which is something I like about this arm guard. Especially the back here. It'll be hard to get behind it. And this is their chest guard. I mean, it's a chest guard. It's a chest guard. Like, it's alright. Today I'm not going to shoot with it. Now this is the part where I hope it doesn't blow up on me, because it'll be very scary. Sorry, I might collapse a few of these physically. Honestly, automatic feel. So this is a 44-pound limb. Like, it feels good. It actually feels good. Like, honestly, it feels like my bow, if I'm honest. It actually feels great. It actually feels, there's no complaints. There's no creaking with it as well, which is pretty good. My bow has a bit of a creak to it. Yeah, it actually feels really good. It feels really good. I'm not sponsored, by the way. If this is garbage, I'll tell you. It actually feels pretty good. Not bad at all. Yeah, right. It's very, how do I describe it? Let me shoot it again. That's nice. Alright, let's get some more angles. Yeah, look, the bow feels great. The only thing I'd change is the clicker. I might make a video on that. See how it's like jagged? Like it's like I press and it kind of like jumps and then it goes smooth. It's like the beginning's like kind of stuck. And I tried different springs as well to try fix that. Look, performance, I don't know how much that'll affect performance. Or maybe that's a feature, I don't know. I doubt it's a feature. We're gonna have to go to further distance to find out. So I'm at 70 meters now, shooting the bow, Tathlum. I've shot it a couple times now, but now I've just tuned it, so bare shaft tuned, and see how well it shoots. I shot it, I don't know, I think I shot it last week, early last week. The groups they were okay, But now that I've properly tuned it, I want to see how it goes. Alright, so this was the first end. That one wasn't a great shot, and that one was because my sight was in the wrong position. I should be more warmed up now as well. Okay, so that end was already a lot better than the first end. Let's shoot a couple more ends and just see. But the groups they're pretty good. Alright, this is the third end at 70 meters. Let's move my sights. Okay, so this was the third end. Already a big difference. I think the factor's me, if I'm honest. Bit of left and right sway, but I always have that. I got to work on that. That's just me. This end, I felt I kept my tension a lot better when I was shooting. And yeah, look, the bow shoots just fine. Like, you can shoot high scores with this. I believe this is the fifth end. Good group last end. Let's see if I can get it in the middle. I mean, this bow is very, very quiet. It is a quiet bow. That was me. That was me. But it was a low 9 or 8. Not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. Look, the bow can shoot. Group sizes, size of the gold. I had errors throughout that as well. I wasn't shooting the best. Directional stuff. But yeah. Alright, it's another day at the range. I'm shooting the Tathlum again. I've been hopping between trying, shooting this one and then shooting my normal setup. Alright, I'm going to do 36 hours of scoring and let's see how well this bow can shoot. Okay, I'm just writing my scores on the target today. That's a 54 to start. Sorry I haven't set up a second camera today. Okay, this is the second scoring end. Oh my god, just like dodging the gold. I don't know, I feel the bow is a little unforgiving compared to my other setups. Alright, so this was a 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 52. Lovely. I started with the 3 ends, the 3 reds that end, and then finished on 3 golds, which was nice. It looks shit. Yeah, whatever. Okay. I don't know what to do with my hair. It's corked. Anyway, this is the 3rd end. What the fuck? Bro, how the fuck was that a 6? That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Oh, well, that was an X. That's good. Okay, so this is a 50. That shot did not feel as bad as it was. You know, 8, 9, 10, 50. I'm finding that when I shoot the arrows really nice, the bow bounces beautifully out of my hand. And like it really feels like I get awesome feedback with the bow. But if I make like a little mistake, especially with this backhand, I feel like it's really unforgiving. It's really unforgiving. That's what I've found at least. And this bow's being tuned, so yeah. It's interesting. I feel like I need to be really aggressive when I expand because the bow does stack a lot. It does stack a lot. So I got to be very aggressive as I expand. Otherwise, like if I don't have an aggressive expansion, I feel like I'll lose tension, and it's very easy to lose tension. And I'm getting some low ones, but anyway, let's keep going. 4th end. Fuck. Oh man. I do find I shoot lots of a lot more low shots with this bow. I don't know if it's, yeah, I don't know why, but yeah. I feel like I need to be a lot stronger because the string really wants to rip my hands forward compared to my bow, which stacks, but not as much as this. Alright, that was a good shot, just a bit to the left. I have to turn a bit more when I do it. Good shot, just left. I want to go left. Move my sight. I mean, depending on your shooting style, this might work. Having a lot of stack if you're a big puller. Oh, that's so much better. Okay, that's a 48. Like doing a staircase here from 54 all the way to 48. Look, I am a factor in this as well, obviously. My shooting's not the greatest. Okay, this is end 5. This one I want to be a bit more aggressive as I expand with the backside. Okay, that's better. Oh, come on. Damn, it's just out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 52. The end was way better. So definitely would need a aggressive expansion with the backside when you're shooting with this bow, if you were to shoot it. Definitely can't be passive from what I've noticed. What's this coming out? Yeah, so all those shots, really aggressive backside, like almost not ripping it, but like being really really firm with it as I go all the way. All right, last end. Okay, this is my last end. All right, let's do it. Super aggressive. Okay, it's a good start. All right, all gold so far, 2 arrows. Let's make this 3. Okay, I believe that's another gold. Popping off to the left there. Again, I'm gonna have to adjust for that. Alright, I believe I have an all gold so far down there. Oh, last arrow. That was a really good end. It's like a 57, I think. Oh my god. Alright, well look. I'm quite surprised. That end, I don't know, I just went all out with the aggressiveness of it. Smooth but still aggressive. Like as I'd expand, just start with the backside and just guide it with the front. I think because when I'm used to shooting, I drive this side and I get worried that my arrow's gonna pop to the left. And I think I just adjusted my sight for it, so then they just group there. And look, 57, so let's write that down. 4, 5, 6. 6 plus 7. 3, 13. All right. So that was a 313 at 70 meters with the Tathlum. I can definitely shoot more than this with it. I could definitely shoot I could easily shoot a 620 with it, I'd say. I'm not going to do that now though. Another day maybe. overall, I think once you get used to the feeling of the stack, it can work really well. It just depends on your shooting style. Like I had to adjust it a lot. Like I had to increase how much I pull when I expand so much, especially closer to the end there. I found I'd have to just go like 100%, basically 100%. And by doing 100%, it would, I don't mean 100%, I'm still going 50 this side, but because it stacks so much, it doesn't actually move, so you can be a bit more precise with it. But that was good, and it might, like that group was moved into the middle, that'd be 59 or something, so yeah. Could have been me before, possibly. I do think this bow is can be a little unforgiving, but I think it depends on how you're shooting. So, well, for me, it depended on how I was shooting. Like, shooting like that, really aggressive on the back side, I found that it actually was quite forgiving, but I think if you're more of like like a delicate, not delicate, but have more of like a softer, more relaxed way of expanding, this bow wouldn't be for you. It would stack quite a bit. But if you're very aggressive, it's perfect. So I'm currently editing the review. I'm almost done, and this is my final thoughts section. So what I think overall and everything I've found. I'm basically going to summarize everything right now. So I'm going to start with the riser. Okay, so with the riser, I found a bit of an issue, and I wasn't the only one that saw this. When I showed people this riser, they also found this issue. So I'm going to put this here like that. Okay, and I don't know if you can see, but the tiller bolt isn't straight in relation to this. And I don't know, let's do the other side now. I have a feeling both tiller bolts are going that way a little bit to like a small degree, and then maybe this is offset slightly. I'm not sure if that's just, yeah. So, but something's going on there, and other people have found that. So it's not perfectly straight from what I've seen. Look, Tathlum basically said it's not an issue because you can just change your limb alignment, which is true to an extent, but at the same time, if you can, it's good to shoot a bow that's straight. But see, the thing is, it's like, all right, so the thing is, all of this part here, if you look at the photo, this is all like straight. It's in relation, like straight in relation to itself. Same here, this is all like straight. There's nothing like, it's not like the tiller bolt. So I got calipers in there and checked, and it's not like the tiller bolt is bending in any way. It's just the whole piece is kind of like all of that is kind of turned a bit that way. By the looks of it, the whole pocket. Look, that's what I've seen. Now, when I received the whole setup, what happened was I put the limbs in and everything in, and the limb alignment was absolutely perfect. So Tathlum got their people to send me their riser and limbs already with the perfect limb alignment. So they actually adjusted the limb pockets already and set the limb alignment perfectly for me. Now, however, if they didn't, I can guarantee you now the bow would not have been straight, which is normal to a degree, but at the end of the day, that riser is 200 USD, so 300 AUD, and if I'm completely honest, it feels like a high quality riser. When everyone's looked at it, they've seen the finish on it and said, wow, that looks really good. Like, it looks like an expensive riser. It feels like an expensive riser, but there's like minor things like that, and then some cosmetic stuff as well that I showed you at the beginning, like around the bolts and stuff. But overall, it's not, like, it's a high quality riser, and this is aimed towards beginner and intermediate archers. So, look, at that level, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. I don't think, especially for beginner level, if you grab one of these, you're going to be happy. It's a nice color as well. And yeah, you won't have any major issues, I believe. If you give this riser to a beginner, it's pretty inexpensive and they're going to be happy. They're going to be happy. It's a nice riser. It feels beautiful. I really like it. The grip feels very much like the Hoyt grip, which worked for me because I shoot Hoyt risers at the moment. All right, the plunger. So the plunger is a little bit sticky, I guess. Like it takes a little bit to get started and then it moves. It's not too bad. At the moment now that I'm doing it, it's actually not too bad. And I think that's because I changed the plunger stiffness. So it's not a deal breaker, but when I was initially using it, yes, even then, it's slightly sticky to get started. Like takes a little bit and then it goes, all right, there we go. Yeah. So depending on how stiff the plunger is, you're going to have an issue with that. So if your plunger is really stiff, it's going to be super sticky, which could be a problem. Look, if I'm going to get a plunger, I'll be completely honest, I'm just going to get the biter plunger. It's been used by tons of Olympians. They've had no problems with it, and that's just what I'd go for. So the plunger is $31 USD, so that's pretty cheap compared to biter plungers, for instance. So look, if you're a beginner archer, it's fine. Depends. Personally, if I knew I'd stick with archery for a long time, I would buy the biter plunger straight away. It's like 150 bucks US, AUD, so it's probably like 100 US or something. But you'd keep it forever. Really, you'd keep it forever. So I'd probably just get that from the start. Given that your arrows are relatively well tuned. If you have like trash arrows, then you're just going to smash it out and you don't want that. Okay, the sight. So with the sight, the up and down, the backlash is actually not bad at all. So backlash means how many clicks does it take for the sight to start going the other way. And for the up and down, it's about 1 to 2 clicks. Sometimes 1, sometimes 2, but nothing more than that. So there's not much backlash at all to make it start going the other way. But for left and right, let's double check. I mean, for left and right, it's not bad. There's about 3. Okay. Yeah, so it's not bad. It's about 2 to 3 for the left and right. That sight retails for 200 US. It's a good sight. It's nice. It'll do the job. Look, it's a sight, man. Like, that's not going to make or break your shooting at all. You just got to learn your equipment. Once you know how to use that sight well, you'll be fine. You just have to know how many clicks to move it per ring. It's got like a piece of metal in there so that I can feel the clicks as it goes in. That's really satisfying. I love that. That's awesome. Yes, that's the sight. The sight's fine. Oh yeah, and this arrow rest is pretty. This arrow rest, you can't really go wrong with this. It's pretty good. Yeah, and the arrow rest is 15 US, so $15 US, and honestly, that's pretty good. That's really cheap. I'd have a few of those spare just in case if you don't want to buy Shibuya ones. But Shibuya ones can be very expensive. So now I bought some calipers just for this to check. So going off the top limb, I'm going to put photos up. I'm not going to use the calipers now. I've already used them, so I'll put photos on the screen. This gap is pretty consistent on both sides. I didn't find an issue with that, and it's relatively well centered. So yeah, the top limb is fine. They're nice, they don't creak. When shot with that riser, the bow's very quiet, I've found, even at 44 pounds. Okay, so a couple of things now. The bottom limb had a lot of issues. So the first issue was this groove is slanted a little bit to that side. Okay, but the main problem from the back, so that's the back. From the back, they look pretty even, right? Well, even then you can kind of see it, but turn it around. That's not good. So I don't know if you guys can see that. There seems to be an issue here. told Tathlum about this, and they said to me that this is not an issue, that there are tolerances, and personally to me, this is an issue. You don't want to shoot limbs that are like uneven. That's going to cause all sorts of problems. Over time, these limbs are going to warp because it's not straight. And like, look again, as a beginner, you wouldn't really care about this stuff. This stuff doesn't matter. But the problem is these limbs retail for 360 US, so that's like $500 Australian. Like if I had these limbs in my hand, brand new, and I found these issues on it, and I could buy it for $500 AUD, I personally wouldn't, because I know that there are options that are cheaper that do not have those issues, and with the quality at least. All right, stabilizers. Okay, so it's 74 USD for 2 of these, and it comes with weights and a dampener. To be honest, I think that's a good price. You can't go wrong with the side rods, it's fine. I think they look pretty cool as well. I like the carbon finish on it. So that, yeah, not a problem if you're on a budget. I think that's a good choice. The long rod's not bad either. It does flex a little bit, it's fine. And I love the weights as well. So what are my final thoughts? My final thoughts are, I would want to see exactly what I'm buying before I buy it. There does seem to be some inconsistencies in quality control, and I'd want to be able to actually have in my hands what I'm about to buy, because if it's online, then I can't see it. So despite all the issues with the limbs being uneven, potential with the riser being slightly like warped and stuff, well, it's not really warped, it's more kind of just not perfectly straight. Despite all that, when I put it all together, the center shot was absolutely perfect. The limb alignment was absolutely perfect, and the center shot was perfect. And that's because they made sure to set it up for me when they gave it to me. So I don't know if everyone will be in that situation, and I guess you could align things once you get it, but if you're a high-end archer and you're trying to maximize and shoot the highest scores you possibly can, and you can afford expensive equipment, then I would be buying that expensive equipment. But if you're a beginner level archer or an intermediate level archer, this stuff will work just fine. But as I said, I would not buy it online. I would want to check and go in store and see the specific limbs or riser or equipment that I'm buying, so that you can check to see quality control issues and make sure that you're getting a good set and you're not getting something that's like something that's potentially defective or out of tolerance or on the far end of the tolerance. Because those limbs, for example, they said that's within tolerance. So make with that what you will. But yeah, as I said, beginner level archer, perfect, whatever. Like, you're gonna love it. It's feels great. The color's nice, looks professional. You know, it's nice, and you gotta like the look of what you shoot at the end of the day. Sometimes all this stuff doesn't really matter as much when you're at that level. Thank you again, Tathlum, for sending this out to me. It was fun to review, and I wish you guys the best in future as a business, and I'm curious to see how you guys go. All right, that's it from me. I'm gonna edit the rest of this video. If you have any other video recommendations, let me know. I hope you like my mom's artwork. It's my mom's artwork. It's nice. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.